I'm going to spill the secret of how a 1,000 subscriber channel within 3 months was able to grow their subscribers by 60% and also 5x their viewership. Let's get started. This case study analysis is going to be on a smaller channel. They have 1,000 subscribers to start 3 months ago. But I want to talk about a smaller channel because I talk about big channels all the time, and I realize a lot of people who need help are the smaller ones and businesses who are just getting started. Contents of this video. First, I'm going to go and talk about what this channel is, what they do, what they're all about, and I will put the link in the description so that you could subscribe and watch them because I think they make great content. Number two, what I'm going to do is just go over the Social Blade stats because just to show you kind of how the growth is. And the third thing is I'm going to spill the secret of how they were able to go above and beyond despite their channel being a relatively small channel on the YouTube platform. So the channel that I'll be talking about today is called Learning Markets, and they are a financial investment stock channel which talks about a lot about variety of stock related topics. Now the hosts themselves have, like they said, over 20 years of experience. They're both accountants and they're both well known in the finance space when it comes to investing. As you can see here, they started off 3 months ago and they do live streams twice a week, and they also post other content as well. You can look at some of the topics here that they do. They talk about stocks, they talk about recession, they also talk about different investment strategies, they talk about the Federal Reserve, but overall they're in finance. I think that's all we need to know. And the next thing, number two, let's jump into the stats here. And what we can see here is they started off 3 months ago, and as they continue to grow, they were able to experience a significant amount of growth. Right now they are getting close to 1,700 subscribers. Maybe by the time this video is released they might be even higher. And as you can see here, weekly video views, this is the 5x growth that I'm talking about, where they were at around each week at around this viewership, and they were able to peak at this one, and for the most part they have been able to keep the trend. As we all know, whenever you go viral, no matter what the capacity is, it is pretty hard to maintain that. So you can see that they have been able to have sound retention for that. Now, the third and final part is talking about the content strategy and what is their secret. What did they do to have this amount of growth during July? And how can we learn from it when it comes to strategy? When I think about succeeding on YouTube, I think about leveraging tech and leveraging the power that YouTube gives us. And in this case here, so far when they first started, they made a few videos a week, a month, and they also did live streams, and those live streams did pretty well. But one of the things that really made a game changer was that they started doing shorts on YouTube. Shorts is kind of TikTok's competitor on YouTube, and the purpose of it is to provide even more bite-sized content. I would say actually whether or not people's attention span dwindling is a good or bad thing, that's hard to say. But as a result, Shorts was invented because of the popularity of TikTok and all these other platforms. So in terms of leveraging the tools that YouTube has, they use Shorts, they use live streams, and they use videos. And then from that, they're starting to able to build their audience and let the algorithm take over because they also provide quality content. They're very expert. They clearly know what they're talking about. So the valued watch time is also very high. Now, Shorts themselves isn't enough for a channel to experience a lot of growth. I cannot guarantee that if you were to just start doing Shorts, you would be able to grow. The other part of the recipe to them being able to 5x their viewership has to do with their ability to ride certain trends. The finance space is massive. There are a lot of different topics, not just about stocks, but maybe about mortgages, about mutual funds, about the Roth IRA, about life insurance, insurance policies. There's an endless amount of space in the finance world, and what they did was they focused in on what one of their expertise is, which is stocks, and they synergized that with trend jacking. I may have mentioned trend jacking in a previous video, but what trend jacking is it's looking at what is currently being consumed by the mass media, and then eventually riding off of that and leveraging YouTube's platform to start recommending your content more. I think giving the example would be a lot easier because I might not be very good at explaining that. When we look at the content that they do here, some of the things that have been getting them a lot of viewership is the idea of talking about certain stocks, especially when there are certain stocks which are just picking up so much steam and getting a lot of press. That is when they're able to create a short immediately and then link that back to their channel and their video. In this case here, what we see is we have this NVIDIA crashing short, and this was released pretty much when NVIDIA was crashing. And by doing that, what happened was YouTube's algorithm and recommendations started. They started recommending this short to the shorts feed, and once people saw the value, it just got recommended more and more. And that's when we can see it affecting one of their older videos, which is talking about NVIDIA stock split as a whole. What is kind of interesting and something to keep in mind is that the NVIDIA short, which blew up, is released after their other video talking about NVIDIA. And this is kind of the idea of time, and when the video is released doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to do well. This short that was released accumulated over 1,000 views, and the video that they released talking about the stock split was 4 days earlier. However, because of how this video was able to do so well, it affected this one and helped this video grow as well. By utilizing the shorts, also creating trending content, creating quality content, and that is pretty much kind of the strategy. All of that wrapped together was able to help them experience some pretty explosive growth for their size and continue to grow their audience. As we look at how this channel has really changed from the beginning, where they did more of the normal content and they started doing more shorts, and then having the shorts be kind of like a teaser and then having the main video afterwards, we can kind of see how their channel is really transforming and their content is becoming more relevant. One thing people don't realize too is when you create a short, you can put a really clear call to action in the video, which tells people to go to the channel to learn more. And that's why this strategy has been able to net them close to 700 subscribers from 3 months ago when they first started. We all know that the YouTube game is pretty difficult, but for them, we can find a few more examples of how shorts has really helped them. The first one is talking about the eBay earnings, which also got 1.2k viewership. And we have another short that came out which talks about Apple losing to Epic. I almost think this is an even better example because Apple losing to Epic is in the tech and science field almost. It's definitely like in the gaming field. I've heard about it as well. I've seen it on The Verge. So for them to talk about this topic is also very effective. And as you can see, within 6 days has netted them 1.1k viewership. If I were to bet and look at the split of how these overall views are, right now in the past 7 days, I'm pretty sure that Apple, this video is one of the reasons why the videos are doing well. And we can also see one more short here, which is also accumulated 2,000 views within the last 24 hours. And I think I'm going to end off showing off just a bit of how the content is, where he's able to adapt the shorts format and still have personal branding talking about the stocks. And this is the main video that comes along with it as well, where he goes into detail about the topic that shorts was. I hope that you really enjoyed this case study and me breaking down exactly how this channel as an example was able to experience explosive growth, leveraging the YouTube platform leveraging their expertise and being able to deliver quality content to what the audience likes. Thank you so much for watching until the end of the video. I really appreciate your support. Remember to like, subscribe, it's free. You don't need to pay anything. I actually heard that some people thought subscribing meant you had to pay a fee because of all the subscription services out there. But I can tell you that it is free. It's free support for my channel and for my business. That's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.